Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in today's movie review, I'm going to be reviewing the 2010 movie, Buried. So in this movie, Buried is a 2010 English language survival thriller movie starring Ryan Reynolds. And so in this movie, we follow a truck driver in Iraq that goes by the name of Paul, of course, Paul Conroy, who falls victim into a band of insurgents, and of course in this movie, an unknown length of time later, Paul later finds himself awakened in a coffin, and of course he's also stuck there for the time being, and little more than a lighter, a cell phone, and his ever growing anxiety. Like faced with a dwindling oxygen supply and a dying battery, like Paul must fight panic, despair, as he awaits a rescue that might not arrive in time. And of course this whole movie takes place inside a coffin, and so yeah. So I actually first heard about this movie when I was watching a movie review on this film. And because I think not long ago, I think a few months ago, I actually watched a movie review on this film when I first heard about this movie. Excuse me. And I also gave this movie a watch last month in June when June started. I actually watched it for the first time. And I gotta say, this is actually a really great movie. And probably one of Ryan Reynolds' underrated films that he ever worked on. Like, the reason I say that is because people think Ryan Reynolds plays the same character over and over again, like he has this, like his characters have the same personality as Deadpool, where they're like over the top humorous and way too funny. Well, you sure about that, guys? Because there are some handful of movies that Ryan Reynolds has been in that's not really like comedy related, where he's almost like The Proposal, which I actually still haven't seen The Proposal yet, but I do want to check it out whenever I have time. But here in this movie, Ryan Reynolds, who plays Paul, who's like stuck in a coffin, and he only has like a cell phone and a lighter, and his cell phone is also running out of battery. And of course he also has like anxiety, and of course his character in here actually has anxiety, which means that Ryan Reynolds really can act in films like this, like in a survival thriller movie. And I gotta say, Ryan Reynolds actually does a real great job playing Paul in this movie. I think his character is actually well developed, as well as that sometimes it's okay to be scared, and I think that's kind of like the message of this film. And yeah, and there's like most times when he's stuck in this coffin, like he does get scared most of the movie, and of course because he has that anxiety and his feelings and all that. And of course, Paul has to do whatever he can to try and find help that might not arrive in time. I mean, I kind of don't really want to spoil the movie, just in case some of you guys out there are interested in checking it out. And I thought the cinematography itself, for the way this movie takes place in a coffin, I gotta say, it's actually well shot too for like a thriller film. It's actually very well shot too in a coffin. Although this movie's probably not going to be for people out there who are claustrophobic, who are scared of small spaces. Because this movie's in a coffin, then yeah, it's definitely like a small space where Paul's in a small space, and it's like, yeah, this movie's not going to be for people out there who are claustrophobic. But for me, I actually handled it very well, and it's like, and I gotta say, this is actually a really great film from 2010, and probably one of 2010's most underrated films that this movie came out that year as well. Yeah, and like I said, Ryan Reynolds does a great job in this film, and it's also well shot too, and also a good story as well. And this movie also got really good reviews too, like 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is good. And believe it or not, guys, Peter Safran was actually one of the producers of this film. Like Peter Safran, who you guys may know, who runs DC Studios now with James Gunn. Like Peter Safran, he's one of the producers of this film, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, I think Peter Safran also produced The Conjuring as well, which I think Peter Safran produced the Conjuring universe films too. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting how this movie Buried is actually one of those rare movies where it only features one character on screen, because the rest of the characters are only their voices, like their voices are only heard, and of course Ryan Reynolds is actually like the only actor featured on screen in this movie. And since this movie also takes place in Iraq, yeah, because this movie is definitely like an English language film. Because considering the fact, like when the movie first opens up, like it first takes place in Iraq before we get to the coffin part. And and this movie, and like I said, this movie also proves that Ryan Reynolds really can act. And of course, and this is also proof that he doesn't play the same character over and over again like Deadpool or Turbo or Guy from the Croods. Yeah. Excuse me again. But yeah, but like I said, Buried was a really great film, and I'm glad I watched it. And yeah, so yeah, and of course, and sometimes this movie can be like a horror movie, even though this movie's not really a horror movie. Sometimes it kind of does feel like a horror movie too, even though when I was watching the movie, it doesn't feel like there's hardly any jump scares in this film. Because, like I said, this is a survival thriller movie that's not really a horror movie, although sometimes it may feel like a horror movie, but. And of course, the movie's not even that long either. Like, the movie's not long. It's also well paced, too. And, yeah, what else can I say about Buried? Buried was a great movie, so overall, Buried was great, and I'm going to give this movie 4 stars out of 5. It was great. I liked it. Yeah, and if any of you guys out there if any of you guys out there have not seen Buried yet and are interested in checking it out, then I recommend it. It's a good watch. And there you have it, guys. That's gonna be it for my movie review on Buried. Hope you guys liked it. And with that being said, thanks for watching as always. And if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And also make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.